In 2010, I discovered a game. I had played some great games before that, like World of Warcraft, Ratchet & Clank, and more. And I enjoyed those, but this new game? That was something else for 10-year-old Nathan. It was more than a game. It was a vessel for creativity. This game, as you probably know by now, was Minecraft. It was something else. No other game could rival it at the time, since it was the only one actually focused on the player creating their own world and adventure, instead of playing a pre-made level and beating a boss of which every action was calculated by the developers. Being a big fan of LEGO and Bionicle in particular, I was immediately hooked. Now in the beginning, it was the building and creativity in the game that brought me a sense of wonder, and I'm certain for plenty of people that would be enough to have them settled for thousands of hours. But then I discovered something new, something even more wonderful for my little creative brain. Mods. I installed too many items and some other ones. I was amazed by the idea that because of community efforts, this game could have practically unlimited content. So naturally, I wanted to learn how to make mods. This did not go well at first. The sheer amount of code was so vague to me, I couldn't grasp any of it. But by watching and reading an uncountable number of tutorials, slowly, I started to get the concept. Now, I was, and probably am, by no means an expert programmer. I believe no one can be in their lifetime, but what I made, I was proud of and immediately made me hooked. The concept of making ideas that were in my head into real things was amazing to me. Fast forward to 2013. I had a basic idea of code in Java and I got an idea. Why not make my own games? Shouldn't be too hard, right? Wrong. I had discovered that there was this program called Unity that let you make your own games and even publish them. So I installed Unity. I was overwhelmed. Too many buttons, a complex layout. How would I even start? So naturally, I started watching practice tutorials, but apart from copying code, I couldn't really accomplish anything. The following years, I used Unity off and off quite a lot. I have this thing where I'm insanely motivated for something, discover it takes insane amounts of time, or that I just can't do it and I won't succeed, and then I quit and retry it later. But sometime later, something clicked. I studied high-level maths at the time, and I was watching every tutorial I could find on Unity and C# on YouTube. Eventually, I started to grasp the concept. Things started to make sense. Oh, so components are basically property of an object. I can modify those, but I need a reference to those. Oh, I can animate things on the timeline. Oh this, oh that, and everything slowly fell into place. I became an experienced, not an expert, an experienced Unity and C# developer. During these years of high school, my passion for computers and everything electronic grew, and people started to refer to me as the tech guy. Naturally, I chose to start a bachelor's degree in computer science last year. Now, I'm almost at the end of my first year, and I have some thoughts to share. First of all, when thinking what you want to study, you should ask yourself the following question. Do I actually enjoy the technical aspects of what I'm trying to achieve? This is really important because now that I've done a year of university where the focus is mostly on technical aspects of computer science, I discovered that yes, I enjoyed programming, but maybe, just maybe, that's not the primary thing I enjoy about making video games. I discovered that the thing I enjoy the most is expressing my creativity, making experiences for other people. This discovery naturally stung a little because I started to study which doesn't really focus on my primary goal, but I'm not gonna give up my studies. I still enjoy coding and it brings job security. But recently I've really started to think of doing a course in game design after I finish these studies. I live in Belgium and we have the best game design school in the world, so naturally I'd like to go there. A thing that's really important is don't force yourself to study something you don't like because you think it will make you achieve your goals. If you don't like backend programming, don't do a computer science degree. Instead just learn web development or something in the front-end department. Having to write a function that will sort an array in 5 different ways to learn the different algorithms will just be torture for you. Don't do that. If you're worried about job security, don't be. The IT sector has the big advantage that there need to be people to do everything. YouTube needs people to write the complex algorithms that suggest videos based on user data, but they will still need a web developer, a UI designer, and so on. Of course, that still doesn't mean you don't have to be competent to get a job, which is another reason you shouldn't force yourself to study something you don't like. If you don't like something, you won't practice it well enough. If you don't practice well enough, you won't be competent. If you're not competent, you won't get a well-paying job. It's as simple as that. In my opinion, online courses are wonderful for this. If you can find the accountability in yourself to really follow them and learn a certain thing, I believe you can be as competent, if not more competent in a specific subject. This is due to online courses being very specific most of the time. Don't take Computer Science 101 as your only course because you will not know enough about the specific fields of the subject. Instead, find courses on what you like to do, take them and then practice. When you feel like you're experienced on the subject and you can prove that with a portfolio or at a job interview, you'll find a job in no time. I myself watched 1,000 videos talking about computer science and I still didn't make the best decision. As someone who knows now that his choice in studies wasn't the absolute best he could make, take it from me. Just study or do what you like. And with that, I'm out.